Phenomenal signal. Welcome to our show, Triggers. I am your host, Cosmic Mind. Welcome to my page. I appreciate you. Share, subscribe. Please, things coming up. If you would like to advertise your business, if you would like to do an interview, if you would like to get a positive, divine, enlightened message of certain whatever it is that you have going on in your spirit, come through and comment on the videos and things of that nature. Tonight we have XYZ. The topic is XYZ by the great, you see what I'm saying? Eternal El Bey. That's ETURNAL space EL space BEY. All right, that's Facebook and
Greetings. Much love to everybody out there on the bandwave of our thoughts, the radio astrology. How we use the radio astrology, give thanks to the ancestors without doing whatever we look at to try to prosper. We won't be able to because we say try instead of doing with the Trinity. And the Trinity putting that in its first connection to how we're able to put things together. Give thanks, brother. How you feeling? You good?
phenomenal, King. Just putting this Wi-Fi together, making sure we had a good presentation this go around.
We might not think that we can do it, right? And so you have a little bit of what we call doubt. Yet, ain't nobody around you, so what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look. You better get it moving. This car is not gonna go on its own. So you find out that you're a soul. And the more you learn your cycles, LOWN. Now the clown is also owned. You own your clown, but it's a low also, LOW. Put it in. Now you're in a loan to yourself. Even the clown. You've been clowning yourself. Clowning yourself. This is the classified thing that most people do when they try to rule. Because they say try to rule. They don't know they can rule themselves. And everybody else. You've been ruleless. Because you're using your fists to rule. Now you're a full fist with a ruleless energy. And pretty soon you're going to punch your face in, and then you'll be toothless after a while. Run around with no teeth in your mouth. And then, of course, you've got to bite what you chew. So, feel like you're a good fighter, go on, keep fighting then. Go on, put up a good fight. We'll see you when all your teeth is knocked out, or, somebody knocked you out. Either way, you'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, you see all the greatest fighters that say, "Oh, I'm a prize fighter. No, I'm a pugilist." Wait, you didn't know the difference. A pugilist is one who fights for the right. A prize fighter is one who just fights. I just want to get the prize. Now they call him a boxer. So now, what is wise? Are they wise at all? They probably don't have to be wise. I mean, look at Mike Tyson. They put the mic right from him, even though he was fighting. No, I mean, he did fight somebody. But they already been fighting each other. He just happened to do it in front of everybody. He's like, wait a minute, why are you copying one another? Because that's how they fight each other. Dang. I mean, all the way to where we see even boxers right now leaking off of one another their, sweat, so they can be a part of them, be better than them, better to outdo them by being the best of them, so they actually become them. Like Jesse Jackson learning how to become Martin Luther King, being right next to him, took the sweat and the blood off of him and put it on himself. So now he's part of that. I'm the best. I'm the best of the best. But you're just a test. Yeah. I don't know if you won yet, but you're still taking a test with your own things and your own thoughts. So after a while, you get caught out there. This person is not really the artificial. This person is not the original. He's the artificial. That's how we keep running to these artificial people. After a while, though, the jack is up. Because they say Jack, right? Jack, Rabbit, Jack the number, Jack quick. all these jack trades, but master of none. That don't work in our category because we couldn't be doing that to ourselves. But that's why a lot of people right now are running around saying we're imperfected. But that's only mean they've been misdirected of their perfection. Everybody's perfect. It's just how you've been seeing yourself, not perfect. Okay, now they deserve it. You get that? Might have been too fast. We call it gas. You're using gas all this time. It's sad. It's backwards. Pants are down because of our awkward way of thinking. And our perception to our head, our tail. We prevail ourselves from the lion. Now we're lying down now. So we put a hammer to the nail to the Jesus aspect. Then after Jesus, who else is after that? We're going to keep on going? I mean, I'm just saying, we don't even want to retract that. We got people wearing the cross on their chest, but I'm wondering why they even keep reminding us of that. Okay. All right. I'm going to call it slack. You've been in the dragging yourself, the dragon, and not seeing the balls, as in Dragon Ball Z. We've been seeing this as 7, and not knowing that 7 is the symmetry to the part of what we call the Trinity. And we didn't see the Trinity because of the 4. Listen to the 3, how we got in the door in the first place. Must be a window. Somewhere here's a draft getting in here. Wind, knowing my thoughts and not knowing who loses. Each time we talk about winning. Some kind of sport we got. Got the net. Take it in. It's called a 10. That's a 10. Backwards. It's time to get out of 10, bro. We've been pretending too long with this X and Y chromosome to a Z, not knowing who we're getting ready to be. We're not knowing who we're going to get ready to be. We already are. It's freaking hot. Excuse me, little child. Who you going to grow up to be? Freaking, the child looking at you like, this is an oxymoron over here standing in front of me talking about who I'm going to grow up to be when I already am. And then they tell them back, and they're like, oh, you little grown little child. Well, they are growing. They ain't grown yet. They're growing up, and then they're growing through, and then they're going to grow out of whatever you probably taught them. And taught them this too long now, I guess. Oh, I got 33 years. How about 34? Add another extra to your window, your door. You explore something else more than yourself? I mean, God dang, you're a really selfish being. There's a lot of selfish beings up here on the earth. I'm watching you. Yeah, we watching you too. Everybody's watching. You're accountable. Not to say cannibal. Yeah, it's getting there too. Yeah, it's a matter of time. Matter of time. I mean, I'm talking about matter is your time, bro. People got to put their time back for their matter. And they say the truth. Maybe you ain't tell yourself the truth this whole time. Talking about X and Y, chromosome, Z. But you didn't see X is a marks the spot. Some people call it a mark. Some people call it Roman X. Malcolm X. X for an example. X for an exit. X could be an X-ray. You use X for anything you want to say. Okay. All right. But then we see it as El Haj Malik Shabazz. Then you say, oh, let's go back to Malcolm X. Don't want that the last one. Don't want that the last one. Don't want that the last. Last should be first, and the first should be last. Back into the 13, come into the earth, and now you don't see what's the earth, but I guess it's going to be a hillbilly. That ain't us, is it? Silly. Silly me, silly. Bushman, yeah, that's who he be. Same way, he just gave a different name to it, so we couldn't really see. So now how we pervade ourselves to it, rename ourselves to it, basically. No claim to that now, self to it. 1800s, 1700s, 1600s. Somebody been lied to. Okay, they just say 1619. How about 1961? How about from the age 19 to 61? How about how that go? See how that word, number being a word. We're in a riddle, though. That's why you see the middle, though. Yep. You're a superhero, but you didn't call yourself a superhero. Yeah. Probably think you're zero. Zero at the lowest, probably the denominator of yourself. And yeah, you got something between your legs and you're just using it for the misusing self yet. Don't know yourself yet. Project projection. Put a bag over the head and they have you screw every woman. Not even knowing that could be your mother or your sister or your aunt. They've been doing this for quite some time now. Shoot, you've been blind now. You don't mind. You get to a woman quick on a dime now. And now you stop because I'm fine now. I'm fine. I don't want no more. Me, I don't want no more, bro. I'm done. I don't even want it like that. How do we end up starting like that? We weren't even supposed to be like that. I know it wasn't like that. It's just now people got you thinking like you're supposed to be like that, though. Even when the other people look at you, say that's what men's supposed to do when they act. Oh, you're act. That's what it is. You're not the action anymore. You're an act to what man can do, as a matter of fact. You're just a mark. Oh, nope, can't put you as a mark. That's the X. You're going to be a Y. Why you was dealing with that man in the first place? Ooh, there it go. Didn't know that was next. Because, see, these are why the Y's become a Z. You nosy. Now you see what the Z does for everybody. Add more to it. Didn't even see it. It's the 2 to the 6, as in 26. There's alphabets and how the alphabets go from A to Z. So now when we finally get to Z, it's really 26. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't think of this type of stuff. It's just written down. I looked at it and I looked it up. I said, oh my goodness. This is how we got corrupt. 2 plus 6 or 6 and a 2 or 6 times 2, you got still 12. You got 2 plus 6, you got 8. What the hell? Okay, now I do the 4 and divide this 8 to be a 6. Now the 6 being a 4, now it's a 2. What's a 2 anyway? That's a dual. You've been dueling yourself and not even cool with you saying what you learned in school, but your left and your right hand. And still didn't comprehend what you were doing. And still mad at other people. So much that you didn't even see your own self. So, who was really mooning you? Yourself. Always become an ass for ourselves after a while. And then you learn about that. How did your bottom become your head? And how did your head become your bottom? See, we flipped into things and then know how we've been flipping things the whole time. See, if I flipped off the finger, that flipping off the finger is the middle of my hand. But that flipping off my finger is that fire sign. So I still didn't comprehend. My pointing that once the AI you kept pointing at other people. It's abused, and now look at you how you use. Oh, and that wedding finger, you so much. Oh, let's get married. You probably didn't know that was your water finger. It's okay. I'm learning it. And you were so concerned about it. No, you weren't. You just want to overlook it and do all these other things. Didn't even pay attention to it. That's okay though. It's called ego. You're gonna get it now though. Yeah. Price is right, Jim and Jack and John and whoever names you want to add on. There's this pinky that we don't talk about though. You know, you put it up every time you drink. You know, you got a little teacup. You know, put your little pinky up. Like I did it high off of my high class or whatever that is, because that's the earth. Yep, that's the earth finger. Yep, that's why your pinky is up. And this little pinky went all the way to the earth. And you called it home. See how it worked? You just didn't know what you were doing. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's an ego thing. We all had it. I've had it. You know what I mean? I can't even blame you for you being mad at me because I'm saying it to you right now. Because again, it's an ego thing. You're like, man, I don't like this clown. But I'm not a clown in the first place. I wouldn't be clowning you. So why we clown each other anyway? And then call each other, hey, you my boo. Boo? What the freak is that? Is that an older woman calling me a boo? I said, are you seriously going to call me? Then she said, boo boo. I said, what the? What the freak is that? Still gonna say it to her. She's like, it's mean. And then a brother gonna say, no, it means endearment. No, I don't want you to call me boo boo. I'm a man now. What the freak you gonna put me back in as a baby? Might as well start calling me baby, like baby burner boy. All these other baby, you know them. Lucy, all the names is out there. third man, young. To give you these things so you can stay young, like never get older. Not saying you want to get older. You want to actually get to an elder state. That's why the X becomes a Y and the Y becomes a Z. We're learning our Trinity. You came from your mother, right? And then you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. But see, the Y looked like a point. And you didn't know what was a point. So you said, why? Why I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that? Why I gotta take the trash out? I gotta do what my mama said. Why I gotta clean this toilet up? Why? You sound like a baby. Get your tail up and just do it. And it'll be more energetic while you're doing it. Now, of course, because I said it like that, you'll be like, who this person think he is telling me what to, because maybe you need some rules to yourself and you just didn't have none for yourself. And that's why your guides are not coming to you, because you're unhealthy. Your health. That's why. And then because you have a low self, as they call it, esteem to it. So now your esteem also becomes that as well. Call it current, then that's your currency also is that. So the more you put status in yourself, the more the status is around.
Hold on. Talk that talk, God. Nehru. Come on. They can do what it do.
Stagnation, stagnant. We stage ourselves after a while because you're putting a stage to yourself and you're saying, oh, what's wrong? There's no page next to yourself because you only went 1 page and that's it. You said that's it for me. That's all I need to learn about myself. Oh, really? That's how it's supposed to be? Okay. You got all this life you've been learned already. I guess that's what's up. You done? Move your wasted tail out the way because we got some stuff that still got to be done. So while you're D1, that's what done is, right? D1. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying.
No. Come back. Come on. You say done is what?
D1. You the only one? You got the only one going on. Everybody else ain't got nothing that's going on. I guess you the only one out here doing what you do. Yeah, okay. You're confident. You so confident. Go on with your confidence self. Ooh, look at you. Yeah, put that coat on again. Show me how you do that again one more time. Yeah, let me see it. Oh, yeah, that was... Whew. Now, go and walk on out there. Yeah, he's gone. That was a little bit of spurt of energy. Selfishly, though. We call that the Negro. He goes in the knee, and that's as far as he's going to grow. Ooh, how did it get there, though? Because this is what we're doing with our energy. See, your knees don't grow as high as you think it can go. If you're thinking, all I got to become is a Negro. You grow in your knees. Yeah, you do grow in your knees. But you go past that either. I mean, you're going past that, too. That's called ether. That's why this fire, earth, air, rain, the fire of your finger, that middle finger you put out, that air that was your pointing finger, that water finger that you just did, that was the rain, right? And they mixed it up on you when they said fear, so you don't know where it's coming from. And then, because you put it on your finger, I got to marry somebody. Then you got to have this pinky finger up. So I finally made it, girl. I finally made it. Put the finger up. Now you can go and drink that little cup of little tippy cappuccino concept, whatever. But then you forgot about the etheric finger. That's that thumb. Ain't nobody tell you about that one. But yeah, everybody told you about that one. They said you got to have a green thumb in order to grow anything. You ain't growing anything, I guess you don't have a green thumb now, do you? Nope. And then how many of y'all actually growing anything? Put your hands up. Let me see. Not satisfied at all. Yeah, because I see it myself. I see it. I don't even got to look. I say, wow, none of y'all grow stuff. Half of y'all, some of y'all, none of y'all. And y'all talking about everybody else. I don't know how this is working. You ain't even started putting nothing back in the ground. And you talking about you want a child. And now your child got a grounding sound. Sounds like a growl. And you don't think it's no different from an animal. And you say, wow. Something already wild with that. Domesticated even, in fact. They said the cat was supposed to be domesticated. But they use it as an artifact. How you using an artifact and then you're going to call it a cat domesticated? That we probably not supposed to know that was dated way back, carbon dat of cat. AKT, and then of course is the way they lettered it for you, which is also another connection to act. ACT.
Okay. Now give me a second, King. Peace and love to all the viewers. Thank you and great appreciation. Please share. This is a special occasion with my cosmic brother, my brother, Eternal El Bey. He will go over all of his services. The topic is XYZ. And bro, if you can kind of, if you feel in your spirit you want to rehash a little bit so we can kind of get any new viewers caught up. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show, y'all. Please share. Keep going, bro.
Well, I mean, the only way to go back is to go forward. So to see your past is to be present. Once you see your past, you know how present you are. X became X where you at. So now here you are. Like they say, nowhere is now here. I move over to W from the H, and you still see now and here. Nowhere. So when you wear things, you put it on you. You're an address to something. So the X become whatever you put yourself into, right? Because that's your uniform, uniform. And then there's this formula that you create for the formula represents form you in the land that you're on. So that's the formula.
Come on back with that. Say it again.
So when you're in a UNI form, it's like you weren't really starting off with your hat, putting your hat on your head, and then always got your shoes on tight, whatever, you got your tucked up and how you move. That's your uniform. Then when you become a connection to the land, your formula. Now, that's why people want to have you speaking more formal, just that they're not realizing what formal is. So they might even downplay you, right? Telling you to speak with intelligence, even though that's what the intel did to prove they're intelligent. You hear that? I'm gonna do that one more time.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
What? That just be profound, bro. No, I'm saying the intelligence did not have to prove that they were intelligent, and they didn't. So the intel would speak to actually seem like they're intelligent, so that now they could be the intel to the whole thing. This is where magic really starts at. You see the tortoise, you see the hare, which one's first, which one's last, who's doing what, how long they've been doing it. Then you say, oh, this person's been doing it X amount of years. And then, oh, this person just popped up, so we don't trust him. Yeah, this person probably just popped up because he ain't been around them. And then these other people have been around you this whole time, but they've been messing up the whole entire time. You just didn't see it. So you got to be more in tune with what you're really looking at. You got to be like one of the people that actually did the footwork. You can't just say, oh, I seen everything. I watched the movie, and the actor was great, and I seen him in a couple of other movies. Yeah, you don't really know all the way. All right, it's cool. It's cool. It's all right. Maybe you didn't get the director's point of view. Maybe you didn't see the cut written part. Because, sometimes they cut and you didn't see that part. And so you got your own way of judging, even though it's not even about judging at all. That's the whole thing. You ain't even supposed to be judging. You're supposed to be measuring. It's a little different from measuring and judging. Most people say, oh, no, that's not. See, I'm going to pull back from there because there's attraction, repulsion, and then, of course, there's motion. How do you use your arm becoming armor? Because then there's armory. That's why that Y is there. See, the Y become a wise. Why I got to do that? Why I got to do this? Because it becomes a Z in Y. Yeah, that sounded. And these letters sound like another letter, don't it? Like S is a Z sound. Maybe if I wrote it that way, it would be still looking the same way. What you think? Someone will play a game on us, but yeah, we the game being played. Are you seriously thinking that we're going to keep playing the game like water is Kool-Aid? We know the difference. We've been drinking it quite too long now. Even Kool-Aid man don't even look the same no more.
You lost a lot of weight, ain't it?
Okay. They didn't even change Tweety Bird up right in front of us and Tom and Jerry the cat. I said, they trying to mess up a Mixoplex like that, and they don't even know. They should keep it the same, because now they're really messing up the game. We know it's lame now, even when they add an F to it. And they say flame now. Flame on what? On a grill? Because there's no fire in that. That's like expired cat. It's an expired rat, actually. World gonna turn flat in a minute. Y'all gonna see. Like, who's the part of the act? Who's the part of the act? Where's the actors at? Where's the actors? Wait a minute now. The actors sound flat. They ain't round no more. They ain't got no sound no more. Yeah. That's what happened when the artist got taken out. I don't know how you realize it didn't be something that everybody should have been realizing. It's the point of why it went black and white. How did they do black and white in front of us? We would definitely get the color. It's weird. Really weird how people can do that to your mind and be like, oh, they didn't catch it. Let's just keep on going in colorblind. Let's keep on going. It's like, what year is it? I don't care. Let's just do it anyway. Okay, all right. They can't hear us talking right now. What? We're looking right at you. Oh, that's right. Some of us are eating different now, so that's why I do all this stuff. Magically, I popped up out of the middle of nowheres, and yeah, because I wasn't eating the right stuff, and that's how you did that. Now I say, oh, he popped out of no, because it's called ADHD. A lot of us got it right now. What is that? That's an imparity. That's not even real. That was a made-up behavior. Now everybody got, oh, I got ADHD. My ADHD is kicking in now. Oh, what the freak is going on with my ADHD is kicking in. When my ADHD kick in, I do this. Man, you serious? I ain't using it as a crutch. You got it on your arm. You know what I mean? Might as well be your best friend. Put it on your shirt even, because you might as well go and get it in. I'm just saying. These are mantras. We finally got in tune with whatever we can say we power of. You're going to say, I'm power of ADHD. I remember Zero Man when he came out, called him Blank Man. When he came out, I remember all this. So, oh, you got a chance to be a superhero. Now you're going to be Blank Man. Hey, Blank. I'm a Blank. I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to do absolutely nothing. Well, that's what God does, too, when you're calling on him. Oh, you think God was something? God represents neutral. I might upset a lot of y'all right now because I just said that. It's okay.
Yeah. Right.
I gotta go there because I mean this is where the truth's already been at. It's been in your face all the time. You've been blind by it.
What they say? They're in your eyes, huh? They're in your motherfucking eyes, huh? I love that song, by the way, too.
God. How you gonna fear God when you right there with God the whole entire? So you tell me when God pop up, you gonna run up out of here? That don't even sound right. Who came up with that? To make you think this way, to where when it's supposed to be happening, you gonna run the other way. That sounds like some yellow belly chicken type drink right there. And since it's a yellow belly, we talk about yellow, we get into the chakras. That's the third chakra right there. So how do your solar plex work with your chick and a hen? So you thought of how we got to the chick, how the chick became a hen. We getting it. I know I went through it myself. I was like, oh, young woman, older woman, young woman. Now I got to see it. Because first I was with the older woman, then I got with the young woman. Now I see it. Now I see what the hen represents, just like Jack went up the tree, or you want to call it beanstalk, but he still went up the family tree or the family line to see where he got instead. He got the egg instead of the actual older. Now I might have done it different because I wasn't that colder as he was. Now I see the abuse still when I go back and see it now. Ooh, it's abuse, and now what was loose? Rites of passage. We still got to pass that on, because otherwise, pastor, you're still a passer. Yeah, passer. Let's pass that on. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I could put it in another church.
Hey, bro, hold on. Now you just said something profound. And then a lot of the church people do say passer.
I gotta be a passer. I'm gonna pass it along. I don't know what is going on. I ain't from that church. What church you come from? Oh yeah, that's what they do in that church. So you're gonna dismiss yourself because you're an external guy. You ain't got no internal God working with you. So I'm gonna just throw my external God out there. Whew, I ain't got nothing to do with that internal God they got going on. No, actually, that's the devil. We're going to call that one. We're going to claim that as the X, and that's the Y. Now you know why. And now I'm going to see my way on out of here because I'm the one. You're in your own zone. That's what it's called, the one. You know, you have your own zone. Mm-hmm. What happens when your zone is done then? Because it's coming back around. You ever notice Z represents 2 sevens and not 1 7? Mm. And then, if you actually put 3 sevens together, that's the triangle. So what were you doing? You little peekaboo in character. You've been sticking your eye in, seeing what you can get first. The one-eyed piper, piping your music, you know, seeing what you can get. You got her hyper now. Okay, I got it. Everything I need to do. All right, now seclude her to myself. I'm going to put her in this. Uh-oh. I can't do this because she want to come on out. Yeah, you're going to be looking like somebody that likes to put people in cages. Uh-huh. Yeah. And now she's fighting you back now. Look at her. Now, matter of fact, she don't want your money. Uh-oh. You done turned something different out of her. Now she don't even like men. Mm-hmm. Some of them don't even like men no more. That's what you done did. Yeah. And you saying, I'm a bad person. Ha, ha, ha. Guess what? I got an older sister and a younger sister. Outdo what I'm already doing. Okay. Now we can start talking. Because if you ain't gotten to my position yet, you can't even talk about me while you over there in your car doing whatever you do in your apparatus and living your so-called life, as you say, to the fullest. Whew. I got 2 children now. So I'm on this other new building now. I'm like, to leap star, you know, say to leap 5-story state building and to jump over, you know what I mean, bridges and outcome traffic in the middle of the time, whatever, you know what I mean, heat wave. That's what fathers do. I don't know if you know anybody, any fathers. Fathers be like, I ain't even going to eat, so I make sure my children are fed. Yeah. Some of them don't even have children. They say, I'm going to feed these children. Some of them ain't even got children, bro. I watched this. So I was like, oh, man, that's something I gotta give more homage to. And then I realized some of them was like, well, this is how I get the woman, though, too. Oh, dang. Hey, look at it the other way. I was like, man, we supposed to be helping out the women. And then, oh, dang it. That's that other way around. And freaking out, I ain't want to go that route. Now I see it. And then, of course, they'll do you the same way to say, he's up to the same stuff they're doing. You're like, oh, what the? You put that on me too? Oh, that's right. He's a man. All men think this way. All men think this way. Who created that crap? Whoever did that is a liar. Already from the buck. And then, here's this other thing that I've been hearing mostly now. You can treat him like a stranger. Mm-hmm. Okay, who is the stranger first when we say that word? Talking about me as a man that been here all this time where my father probably been serving the country and never really got his justice deserved.
That's a whole nother topic there.
All the way to where I'm at now, to who I am through him, his lineage, and you probably dissed him, so you definitely gonna diss me. And I'm the stranger? Is that what you're saying? I don't care. And you're talking about these other people who came from completely out of nowheres, just popped up out of nowheres, want your thousands of dollars, and will see you for an object, a subject. Well, I'm calling you an object. I'm saying, you a beautiful queen. How you doing? Oh, I ain't got no time to... Oh, this brother wants to take my signature and put it somewhere. Okay. You sign your name and whatever. Now I'm seeing you. I don't know. Do you still want to be you, sister? I don't know. Brother, you still want to be you, brother? I'm looking. I'm still looking. I mean, I got a 20-year-old and I got a child girl coming in, and that's a girl. So I'm really going to be paying attention to a whole bunch of stuff. Because I got to keep us accountable after a while. I'm going to, baby, don't go down that route because, man, I ain't going to tell you, but dang it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, since you're going that route, I got to tell you, because you're about to go down that route. You won't go down that route. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff down there. I'm just saying, you need a map. I can show you. You got GPS, all that stuff.
Yeah,
They
if you
already
are
got
gonna
it.
go, yeah, you need a tour guide to this for this one.
Okay, come on now. Crocodile Dundee up on this sucker. Because this is where Rabbit Proof Fence came from. This is where we know it as Tasmanian Devil. Now, you've been watching the cartoon maybe all your life. Didn't know that they were actually talking about people.
Mm-hmm.
And how they took our small people, made it like it was a small thing, like they call them Venus hypothetics. They call it also the Pocahontas story. We hear a lot of it. It's called the Saxe Bartman, which we know as Sarah Bartman. But it's also here, like I said, Pocahontas. So now you know this on one side happened on this side, and then there's just many of this snatching the women up, especially at a young age. So what is the X to the Y to the Z? But taking the treasure before it became anything. Actually, as it already was before you start making it become something else. See how that works?
Mm.
And we talking about our younger generation with the older generation, and then we see our older generation looking at our younger generation as this is what they want to eat or take away from us because this is what we're supposed to be coming up or becoming. Mentorship. Nah. I'm done.
Now, bro, I wanted to get your being that you work in a health center, a health and wellness center, right?
Yes.
Or a wellness center. My next show is going to be, unfortunately, the topic is fortunately and unfortunately, the topic is that I saw in an article 4 out of 5 black women are obese. So, did you want to kind of touch on health or obesity or with the youth or how it's trickling down to the youth, or did you want to cover that a little bit before we wrapped up?
No, that's the main purpose. That's the whole reason why I'm even up here. I'm not asking this brother to send me anything for what I'm doing. This is something that hit me in my heart that my grandma passing away the way she did. I'm finally able to put an altar together that have me connected to her at her highest point that she might not even been aware of, and wanting to see that happen. I'm not saying, ooh, because I'm the ego and I want to put her at the highest point and I'm cocky with it. No. That means confident. That's finally we're able to say confident about you connecting to your family like you should have been. Some people be shamed. That's why they call it the black sheep. And this why the food, the neglect that happens to these people, obesity, because they live in holidays. They're living in the holidays. They lost their parents, whatever, and then they eat for a substance of the abuse, the comfort zone.
Are they living in the holidays, or are they living in the sorrow moments, and then they're using the holidays as a crutch to facilitate,
Living in the hollow, empty days.
yeah, the hollow, empty days. Like, do you see what I'm saying, bro?
Holiday. See, when we think about holiday is really a holy day, and you have every holy day to think about. Yet, there's also a days, right? So, in Sundays, Mondays, there's this energy of rays that we were probably not thinking about. Rays has chattel property. So now, if you thought about rays as the sun versus chattel property, you might do things that's what the sun would do. Like what suns eat. Suns touch other things. So what does the sun touch? Maybe eat whatever that's being touched, instead of being into relating of how it touched everything. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have to touch everything and eat everything that was touched. That don't sound right. That sounds like a dog. And, a dog has a higher ability. We ain't going to say a dog is at its lowest ability, because a dog also could be a canine. So if we know that cats aren't just cats being domestic, they got a higher ability as divinity being a feminine, so does the dog being a canine, and so does us. And we think niggas when we could be nagas. Nagas represent your higher spiritual alignment. You want to say, you know what? This stuff ain't working for me. I've had it. I kind of like over it now. Now it's at a point where how you going to be self-independent off of certain things. Like, you're no longer going to be a direct current off of it. You're going to be an alternative current. You're going to be an alternative current You'll be an accelerating current. You're going to constantly become a current that's going to just be self-sustaining after a while because you're going to figure it out. People going to say, man, you can't do that. And you're like, psh, watch me. And then you keep going there and saying, watch me. They'll be like, dang, I'm watching him now. I put him on a watch. I see him now. He's timing himself. I see him. He at different other time. He's changing time right in front of me. Oh, shoot. He's a time traveler. We all are. We just haven't started any time traveling. You got to start at least getting a book, maybe write yourself in. Yeah, stop looking at the goddamn movie. It's just the movie. You a projector too. Don't just, oh, I love it. Man, he's so great. And then you start crying about it. And you be like, hey, what am I crying about? You put yourself in a projection, bro. Now you're part of the whole little ritual. But now that you're there, use it. Don't just let it be used. And then you're like, oh, that was such a good movie. Now I'm just going back to my regular self again. No, that's what Christianity, that's what the church, that's what everybody been using on you. And that's what your job been using on you. Don't you feel that when you get home? You're like, oh, now I'm so tired. I don't know what to do. You burnt yourself out. Now you burnt out energy. They give you 16 hours out of your 24 hours. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did that. I'm going to say that. No, they didn't. They gave me 8 hours to work. What are you talking about? No, they took 16 hours. Because even if you did 8 hours of work, my sister, you just doubled it trying to get there. And prepare for it. And get your mind right because you got the children. Come on now. I can do this with you. Song and dance. And now that's why your stomach, where it's at. You've been going through this for the longest. And I know.
That's why the stomach where it's at.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my God right there. Come on, G.
It's
Come on, Nehru.
Everything's coming around us in the sound. And the sound is profound by ourselves. We are reteaching ourselves. Whether the teachers are the children or us ourselves teaching us. We can't go to these people anymore to teach us. They're not there to teach you. They was there to not get you to teach any of yourself. That's why it's been in Timothy 1. You can go on in the Bible, because I seen it, I looked at it, came back at it, and said, wait a minute, Timothy 1, 2, chapter 1, verse 2, they talk about y'all ain't supposed to have no position, no profession. So who are they really saying they ain't supposed to be teaching us? Is it they people? Or our people that ain't supposed to be teaching us? It sound like they talking about they people. But okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone because it's a lot. Yeah, it get kind of sticky after a while. We say, and thou said, and thou, who's the thou and the thee and the thy? And then who's the Lord and the God? See, when you Lord your God, then your God might be a lower God after a while. Now you don't know which God you Lord yourself into. I'm just saying, there is a landlord, right? He takes care of the land. Yeah. So is that the Lord you're speaking to that you call him a God? I'm just saying. Start putting it down and start to make sense. Even the notes that you got. Dollar bills that don't make sense, but you get change from it every time you use it as a dollar bill. His name is Bill. But who's Bill? I don't know. Who's Charlie? Don't know him either. But he's a part of the Angels. Los Angeles. Magic Stick. I can go all the way around the board with this. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Even though I'm not even talking about it. See how that works? But they perverted the mind to say that you're going to be perverted everywhere you go when you touch it. So that way you won't feel you got your strength. You're weak by it every time you, I'm going to have some kind of ejaculation when you not knowing insemination. That's the worst of it all because we ain't seen the best of it all. I want this woman to have my child. Okay, wait a minute now. Do you know the woman? Nah, but I want her to have my child. Do you know the woman is what I asked you.
Come on with it, G.
You can give her a climaxation, orgasm. You already think about yourself already. Selfish being. And this is why we selfish now. We wonder, I got to put it back now because it ain't the way I want it. You can put it back now? I didn't know you could do that too. The freak is that? Some of our brothers, they say, I'm going to marry you because, we had a child, this, that, and the other, and then it went through divorce, or they ended up probably having to kill the woman, or she killed him, or Ooh, man, it gets deep, bro. And then some
Or
actually.
or or they just feel like they're stuck in a rut of depression, or they can't get out, or they kind of have started having a resentment for the children and different things, because it's almost like a reflection of that person always looking at them, right?
Yeah, so now there's this independent, interdependent, intergenerational trauma that we didn't know we were creating. So you want a rainbow, but you're not raining on your own bow of yourself. So now your bow is like a bow tie, how you tied your shoe, and put a tie on your own neck, and what a neck would do with a tie on it. You tied in, but you now feeling like you tied, and you tie in. Now you tied. You're like a retire. After a while, you want to retire because your retreading is not being treaded either. So now you want to retread your own tie, but you can't because you're tired. Then you get to the person I heard this once. She an activist. She said, "I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired." I said, "God, dang, how you do that?" It's like a double negative with a double negative.
Man.
Not that, but some sloppy mashed potato salad. So I said some mashed potato salad. I ain't said on potato salad. It's a little different when you got mashed potato salad. You be like, wait a minute, what is this? This tastes like somebody overcooked the potatoes and then wanted to make potato salad. But was you okay when you made this, mama? Somebody put too much soul in it. Oh, that's not soul, sister. That's spirit. It's a little different. See, soul don't change. Yeah, we're gonna get this right now. Let's go get everybody right. Everybody sitting down. The soul does not change. It's the spirit that changes. See, we want to blame the soul from being different, and the soul has always been what it is. You taking from the nutrients of that. That's how you call it spirit in the first place. So if an apple tree had apples, you drinking the spirit of what comes from the apple that came from that tree. That's the soul. That's how it works. So a man cannot be better than the woman. I'm going to say that one more time, and I'm going to say it one more time after that. I know it's like an ego thing. Man cannot be better than the woman. Pause. I'm going to say it one more time. Man cannot be better than the woman. That's just point blank. We can't. I mean, she holds the baby in her stomach longer, even when she take the baby out, and whether it be she cut it out or she took it out the womb, you ain't gonna do none of that. She holds the baby longer. She give you the little breast milk. I'm not doing none of that. There's a lot of stuff that we ain't doing right off buck, and be like, man, it's great. He does. Wait. Let me know when you're done. Matter of fact, I go fix the baby crib. I make the crib for you. I do the physical, like you think, take care of the mental help for the baby, so that the baby's spiritual will be right when I physically grab her. All that's there, and we don't think of that at all. Especially when you go out there and be like, man, I'm gonna just, since she having a baby, she got a time out from sex. I'm gonna go ahead and have as much sex as I want because she got time out. What are you doing, brother? You're making it really bad on your child and her after a while. Yeah, that's all right. You seen it happen before. You ain't know what was wrong with the other people. Now you get to see the experience too from a first-hand point of view. You say, oh, I like messing with a lot of women. Okay, bro, but do you like giving yourself a lot of issues? Not saying women are issues. I'm saying you might be the issue, and you pass it on all these women. You didn't see yourself? You wanted to see yourself 3 times first before you saw yourself? Okay, it's okay. Go ahead. Keep going. Because the woman with grace, they just sit there. They see everything you're doing. Even like, I ain't doing that. I'm going to wash my hands. Uh-huh. I'm getting ready to go. Yep. I'm listening to you. But I'm hearing you. I see something different. And we're like, yeah, I'm going to. He don't know. He just don't know. And then, if a baby is in the stomach, don't you think the baby talking on you too? Why you don't know? Okay, that's the ego thing right there. That ego be in the wait sometimes. Like, oh, she moving slow. I can move fast. I'm the hair. Matter of fact, while she laying down, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go to the club. You wanna do everything as a child. Yeah, that's not a child. That's childish. Not childlike. Now you about to see the Z. The Z your way out. Mm-hmm. Why are you kicking me out? You became a Y, brother. Look at you saying the word. You're constantly saying the Y. We were in the X in a minute. We were called sex. See the X. I was connected to you. See the X. I gave you some good sex. Yeah, then I found out that's all it was, brother. You got no sensual nothing. You don't touch. You don't talk about healing purposes. You kind of left all that to the side. And then it's like, well, you can't blame me, sister. You didn't ask for that in the beginning. Oh, that's true. And matter of fact, did you give me any? Oh. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, did you feed me when I got here? Oh. Mm-hmm. No. So there's a little bit of difference on the back and forth of how we just backing and forthing each other up and not knowing what in the world are we backing up as you're going forth with each other. I know everything he eats. Do you? And he likes everything I cook him. Does he? Maybe you need to ask him again, because he probably ain't tell you the truth. But wait a minute. What do you mean you don't like my chitlins?
Bro, they might have a frying pan coming to their goddamn head. They say something like that in some areas of the earth.
Okay. You're touching on condition and tradition now. So that's where the earth sign, especially if they're earth sign and they're cooking, oh my gosh, you about to have some earth issues.
A skillet pan.
That sounds like an earth element right there. Now they materialize the wood to become what? Metal. So that's how we know it from an Asian point of view. You're still going to get that skillet if you're saying the wrong thing. So you best say it the best way you could strategically, maybe with some water with reflection. So it'd be a better way of, if I reflected this the right way, it wouldn't be like I got hit by it. Maybe I could see it if it was me, how I would take it differently. Yeah. Misdirection is usually communication in a lot of ways. And this is why we're in the way we are now. And so, to sum this all up is the reason why the mother and child, if they're eating on the right, proper, as they call it, health regimen, 13 times 28. I'll say that again. 13 times 28. One more time. You usually got to do it in threes. 13 times 28 is 364 days.
Bro, I greatly appreciate you. I know we have more presentations to come. What would you like to cover on the next, the next gathering?
Well, we didn't go over the perceptions and conceptions, so we definitely got to cover that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then we definitely got to go into this 13 that I just now brought up.
Okay.
Take your choice. Whatever they figure we want to do first, we roll with it there and then keep it going from there.
Please let them know about your service. Let them know about your services before you get up out of here, too, please.
Okay, yeah. The services that I basically provide for our family, our culture, is to show the Jegna ability. So showing people how to not only fish mentally, spiritually, and as they say, soul level. There's a soul level to your ways of healing. So what I do is massage on the table, and I do massage as well in the chair. Those who need healing, whether it be sound therapy, work with that as well. I have an actual hand pan drum, so you can actually feel the binaural energy that's supposed to come to your body. I recently just opened that up, so worked on a couple of people, like, as they said, my ex, or your former, or your connections of your past life, your afterlife, heal them. That would be a great way to introduce, how you say, oh, I'm becoming whoever you are. Well, what did you do with your past life? They're bad and I'll never do that again. That means you learn nothing. So anyway, going to them, healing them is a great thing, as well as our services are for the feet, so reflexology. Um, I'm an all-around artist, so you can hit me up, 757-977-7791. I am available throughout the Monday through Friday from 10 to 8 at Herbal Market Wellness Center. That's 6523 Auburn Drive. That's 6523 Auburn Drive in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And it's been, now, a year? About to be a year and a half, I should say. And it's a becoming, because I came from Conscious Planet, which was 2718 Granby Street. So you can see where I've been to where I'm becoming. Also, there was House of Consciousness, which is on 35th Street. That's where a lot of us started self-book improvement store, when it originally was on Newport Avenue, and then got switched over to across the street diagonally from it. But it's still, still there. Everything's still moving as it should. When we get time, we enlighten everyone. And so just like that, I like to bring up Papa Willie's, who gave me a different way of eating. His eating habit was from the Jamaican style. It was giving me the Irish moss before Irish moss was ever even thought of. In the early, I want to say 2000, 2001, 2002. And Queenas did the raw food. And right now I'm working on my raw livid. That's why you hear in my voice, I'm like really more calm than I probably was ever. So you're like, wow, how does brother get this calm? Well, eating this way and fasting. Like going to New York, seeing how 160 degrees kind of kick you in the butt, but you was like, oh, I'm not going to let it kick my butt. I started turning to Super Saiyan out that joint, turning to instant God. And I was like, oh, this is how you turn into instant God. Oh, this is what the hyperbolic chamber was all about. So it's like endurance. How do you endure yourself? How do you fast through certain things? Because at times, like right now, I'm speaking, does not mean I should be eating, because if I'm eating, then I basically gonna lose energy. So, it's a better way to still have energy for the next thing. And so, an empty vessel that has mostly things are being able to receive better by an empty vessel.
Hey, bro, real quick, so we won't get away from it. I want to go ahead and, I'm saying, in the show and wrap things up.
Correct.
Once you take on that, I guess a new image or a new imagery, people are used to seeing you a certain way. Like if someone was used to seeing a person heavy set, right? The minute they get, when you go vegan, you get a little bit smaller. What they say, ma? You're getting skinny. It's almost like they insinuating your ass is snorting or sniffing
Like
or
your
doing
loss is
something,
too
or
much all of a
Well,
sudden.
I mean, and it's always going to be that you're going to have the inevitable, you can't please everybody kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was 204, 40 size in the waist. I still got the pants to prove it that I was that, even though I don't have the pictures. So now it's like, you was what? And then it's like, I don't believe it. And then it's like, okay, well, I don't know how to prove it to you, because I can't go back in the past. Like, this is me, And so when somebody say, oh, you're skinny, they don't know how you was when you was big. So they really don't know too much about you. And so even for myself, someone just recently said, oh, you're getting skinnier now. No, my tone is actually getting more toned up. Like when I pop muscle up, you can see the whole muscle form.
Ain't it, bro?
I ain't got to do too much. It's like, oh, there's the form right there. I ain't got to do too much. It's like, and when I hit the drums, I don't even be paying attention. But when I hit the drums and I look at the past taping or whatever, and I'm going in, sometimes the muscles just pop up out of nowhere like Bruce Lee be doing. I was like, oh, that's what Bruce Lee was showing us. So he had what we call an oversoul body. And if you ever paid attention to him, he'll start to show how he flex, right? And in the middle of his flex, he might bring his arch back out. And you'd be like, oh, shoot, look at them wings on his brother. And so he'll show you that there's a body inside the body. And not everybody's able to do that. So this is something that we call a technique of learning yourself. You got to become more consciously aware of how, you can put power into yourself and reserve that power for when it's the right time. and that's what he basically is teaching you. I got this book called Chi Kung Do, and that's his book. You know, he talks about Tao and how the way has become this void. And for some reason, I was like, let me tap into this book more right now this year. Because, of course, me having a seed is one thing. I want to give her everything I could possibly really rethink of. And since he was really popular in 1973, KRS-One brings it up about hip-hop. And then he said everybody was into the martial arts. And then how about they just say, and everybody was into Bruce Lee. I said, oh, my gosh, I'm on the wavelength that ain't even there as I'm on it. So, but I've been wearing the Asian hat for the longest, had the Asian connection. Always wanted to see us bond because I remember fighting an Asian brother. He was actually Filipino. And I fought the brother, and he basically, I whooped his tail. I whooped him up, man. But then his brother came out and just like, what the hell? And I was like, I got on the ground. I was like, how'd I get that? Man, teach me what you just did. I said, you gonna do this to me too many times. So it gave me a different enlightenment towards, our martial arts. And I started eating with them and, doing and at that time I was still eating egg. But at the time, I was eating egg with noodles, and they would put the egg with the noodles, and that was their protein versus the meat. And so it was still the meat, but it was just a byproduct of protein of meat. So that taught me something else as I'm learning our culture. And when we say Filipino, we don't think we're related to them. We're related. We're related to all the cultures. You just don't know. You eating noodles that came from Asia. You there, you just ain't calling it. You ain't claiming it. You ain't taking your claim yet. And that's why we have issues about, everybody got your stuff. Well, because you ain't taking claim of nothing. You think they're not going to take your stuff? You ain't talking about nothing? It's like, you want to eat this bread? No, I'm good. And then you get mad because everybody took all the bread. Are you serious? Grow up, fit your britches, and start moving on with your footprints. Create your footprints. The more you do that, the more you can be adamant about what you're doing. And do it not only for yourself. Do it for your royalty or your family. See, this royalty concept was about being regal for your family, not regal for yourself individually. No, I'm saying I got to put this back on the map for my family. Like, I got to look at there's like your last name. People say, I don't like my last name. Well, your last name connected to some kind of heirloom, some type of crest. So if you look at the animal totem, it's now your time to talk to that animal and get in tune with it, because maybe this is your reason why your whole family ain't working right. Like, I was out here in my backyard talking to the red bird, like, I don't know how long today, and it was great because we really got a connection. Now I know that red bird is part of my family's background. I said, no wonder. But it takes that much time to go out in nature. Feed nature. Don't just go out.
Definitely feed it. You gotta definitely pay homage, cause
if you don't feed nature, it is coming for your
we already see that now. We everything is this society is eating itself, so we already see that overall.
And then you running away from it. You like, why is it coming to me? It's like, Nick, what?
But bro, look,
because you ain't done what you're supposed to do,
bro. Bro, my phone getting a little low. I definitely enjoyed you, bro. We're gonna have a lot more to cover. You got any last words, G?
No, just be yourself. As you're being yourself, know what you're doing, and once you know how you're doing it, it's not just believing it. You could believe a lot of people, but when you know you went across the street and you saw it as a cross, not just two sides to the street, you created a fourth side. You was in the middle of it all. Shay? Respect.
Peace, bro. Love you, man. Thank you.
You too, brother. Peace.
All right, show. That's another great show, y'all, by Eternal El Bey. He gave you all his info. Appreciate y'all. Please share. I hope you got something out of this. It sounds like he's rambling, y'all, but that's just kind of how he talks, and you just got to get into the rhythm, and the rhythm. Yeah, y'all keep talking about algorithms. You got to get into the algorithms of the flow and the rhythm. So, peace and love. We got a lot more shows coming. Yes, I have to do that show about melanin women being obese. It's not nothing about bashing anybody. So let's go and get that out ahead of time, way ahead of time. And I'm gonna read the article so that way you know it's not bashing, okay? And blessings, please subscribe to Virya TV, VIRYA space TV, at Kundalini Spurs on IG, and of course Cosmic Mind on IG as well. Peace and love. Thank y'all. Royal day and royal night. Are you sure you want to stop?